In this lesson, we'll take a look at how to set up a super URL. Before we do that, we first need to know what exactly is a super URL. Well, first of all, a super URL is a special Amazon URL that is designed to simulate the act of searching for a product using a specific keyword, the theory being that clicking such a link provides a ranking boost to that product for a specific keyword. So basically, a super URL is just a URL, an Amazon URL, that when a person clicks it, it makes Amazon think that that person searched for a specific keyword by going on Amazon and searching that specific keyword and then going through every page result that comes up until they got to your product and they clicked on your product link. Okay, so the thing is that this is extremely helpful when you're starting out because your product will not show up for a search result in one of the first few pages. So let's say my cookie cutter set, when it goes up on Amazon, it may be on page like 200 or something, right? When someone searches cookie cutter set on Amazon, it's not going to show up in one of the first search results, obviously, because it just went up on Amazon. So now let's say it's on page 200. No one's ever going to come to, Amazon and search cookie cutter set and find my product because it's so, far behind in the search results. So what a super URL does when you're doing promotions and when you're giving products away to people to get reviews, it's best if you provide them with this super URL because when they click it, when a person clicks this URL that you provide them with, it makes Amazon think that they literally every time someone clicks on it, so it makes Amazon think that they went to Amazon.com. In the search bar, they put in cookie cutter set, and then they went through all 199 or 200 pages and got to that result and then clicked on it. Okay, and that's what basically provides a ranking boost to that product, and it's only meant for a specific keyword. So whatever your main keyword is, that's what you're going to put in this URL, and we'll take a look at how the URL is formatted in just a second. And again, this is not just a hypothesis or something, random that it's okay, it might work or it might not. The fact is that results from many sellers show that the technique can and does work when and if used correctly. And I myself have had great success using super URLs to boost my search ranking for a product. However, you do get the best juice when somebody not only clicks on your super URL, but then also buys the product because this confirms to Amazon that your product is relevant for that keyword in the eyes of a customer. So this is why we provide this super URL to people who are going to buy our product, right? Ideally, or specifically those people that we're giving a promotion code to, and they're getting the product for free. We also give them the super URL so that when they click it, we know that they're going to buy it because we've already provided them with that code, right? So it's not like you can send this code to all your friends, or excuse me, send this URL, the super URL, to all your friends and have them click it. That's not going to really help you because it's not going to tell Amazon that, okay, just because people are getting to this page, that's not enough, right? Because people need to buy it. That's what gives Amazon the full kind of connection. It's like, okay, not only did this person search and not only did they click on the product, but now they bought it too. And that's going to provide the best boost for you for that search ranking for that main keyword. So why would we use a super URL? Well, one of the dilemmas you face, as I mentioned, when launching a new product is how to get sales when you don't rank highly for your search terms. It's a catch-22. Your ranking tends to improve once you make sales, but it's hard to get those sales, obviously, if no one can find your product. Again, this is where a super URL comes in. So instead of people, getting people to waste their time working their way through all those pages, if you give them the super URL, it will simulate them having found your product the hard way, but without all that effort. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So instead of going to, Shop with the Reviews or any one of these sites or Facebook groups and telling people, hey, go through all these pages and click on my product and then buy it using this promotion code, we're saying, hey, just click on this super URL. It'll make Amazon think that they did all that work and you'll get that boost. And then they'll buy that product using the promotion code you gave them. How do you create a super URL? Well, the first thing we do is we type in a search term on Amazon, and this should ideally be your main keyword for your product. Number two, find the product you want to promote. Obviously, the product you want to promote is your own product, so you're going to have to find your product. Even if it's on page 200, you're going to have to go through this process at least once so that you can get the exact link for your product. Number three is click through to the products listing page. So once you actually find your product in the search listings, search results, let's say on page 100 or 150, click it. And then number 4 is copy the URL of that page. Okay, so now let's take an example. Let's assume that you want to boost the ranking of this ASIN. Okay, so this is a product on Amazon. It's a silicone spatula set. And the specific keyword that we want to boost is silicone spatula. So what we do, step 1, is we search silicone spatula on Amazon. Next, we find this product listing. Next, we click on it, and then fourth, we copy the URL. Okay, so you'll end up with a URL that looks something like this. The main component that makes this link a super URL is the keywords parameter at the end. As you can see, it says keywords equals silicone plus spatula. Those are the two keywords we entered on Amazon to actually find this product listing, as this is what tells Amazon that the product was found by searching for the keyword silicone spatula. All right, how do you create a super URL? Again, let's continue this. The final step is you're basically going to emit 3 parameters, QID, REF, and SR, and these are 3 parameters that are part of the URL. You don't need to necessarily worry about why we're emitting these. Just know that they have something to do with the time and the date, and how they kind of are specifically they change every time you do the search based on the day it is, or based on the time of day it is, and also based on where they show up on what page and whatnot. So that's why we're going to remove these 3 parameters. So they are bolded here, as you can see in this URL. REF equals SR, all that, and then QID, and then also SR again at the end. So we're going to remove that, and when you remove those 3, this is what the resulting URL looks like. Okay, so again, this was just an example, but you're going to do the same thing for your own product. You need to search the main keyword on Amazon. You need to go through every single page and until you actually find your product. It may take a while. You may have to go through a couple of hundred pages, like I said, but you only have to do this process once, which is good. So find your product, click on it, and then copy that URL, paste it into a text editor or a Word document, and remove these 3 elements, the QID, the REF, and the SR, from that URL, and you should have your resulting URL. So again, just a couple of important final points about setting up a super URL. First of all, your product must be live before you can find it on Amazon. Okay, so if that wasn't clear, I'm making it clear now. You need to make sure that your product is live, which means that you need to have your inventory must have reached Amazon FBA. So in this case, my cookie cutter set is not live on Amazon because I have no inventory yet. So I will not be able to find it on any page. So if I tried to do this for my cookie cutter set, it wouldn't work because it's not live yet. When your inventory reaches Amazon FBA and your product is live, okay, then you can search your main keyword on Amazon and find your product. Go through every page until you find your product listing. And like I said, it could take a while because, for example, when I searched cookie cutter set on Amazon, there were 332 page results that came up, which means that that's the maximum number of pages I may have to go through to find my product. But again, you only have to do it once, so hopefully it's not that big of a deal. Just go ahead and do it once, find your product, and you should be good.